Hey guys, this is Comic and today I will be covering the DC Comics preview book, which DC Comics was nice enough for them to send me and to go check out what's coming up for DC Rebirth. So before I get into the actual interior of the book, one thing I want to mention is this back cover I thought was really interesting with the JSA, and we get to see some old-fashioned Justice League over there. So I am really curious what that's going to be all about. Maybe it'll be part of the, the 80-page special, or it could be about the Justice League of America book that we don't really know much about. I personally have a prediction that the Justice League of America book might be a Just Society of America book written by Jeff Johns. That's my prediction. Totally not in this preview book, but that's what I've been predicting since WonderCon. But let's get started. Before I actually talk about the interior, also I just want to give you what books I'm really excited about because of the preview book and because of WonderCon. So number 5 for me actually is Batgirl. I'm really excited to see kind of something different from the Burnside Batgirl. I want to see if I can find an image. And I like that she's like going on this personal journey for herself here. So I'm also very excited for Raphael Albuquerque to do art for that book, so I love his artwork in American Vampire. But I'm very excited to see a different type of story for Batgirl. Alright, so number 4 is actually Flash. Flash I'm super excited for. I really like the premise of the book, and I haven't recently been picking up Flash because I just didn't really like the direction the book was going. But now with this new story with the Speed Force storm, really excited about that. Alright, so now we're moving on to number 3, which is Wonder Woman. I am so excited for this book. I'm not even a huge Wonder Woman fan, but I am really excited to see Greg Rucka work on Wonder Woman again, and I love him and Nicola Scott on the Image book Black Magic. So to see them teaming up for Wonder Woman, it makes me very excited. Alright, so then we have number 2, which actually is the Green Lanterns book. Now, I'm excited for this just to actually see Jessica Cruz and Simon Baz had the spotlight, and it was interesting to see an interview in this book about them, and see that they're going to be going against the Red Lanterns and figuring out a little bit more about themselves, because as an audience member and as readers, we really don't know much about these characters yet, and I think Green Lanterns can definitely be a book that can flesh them out. Now, my number 1 book, and which just got me more excited after reading this preview, is Detective Comics. And I love in this preview book, they actually give you the little, I guess, stereotypes of what these students can be. So the little high school stereotypes, which I thought was fun. We have Red Robin as the dropout, Orphan as the reformed schoolgirl, Clayface as the delinquent, and then Spoiler as the troublemaker. I love that. I love the whole entire little paragraph we got on that. But I really enjoy seeing these young bad heroes learning from the best, learning from Batwoman, who had the Detective Comics book for a little while before the New 52, and her teaming up with Batman to mentor these students, and not be like Gotham Academy, but to have them in the field and kind of learn from each other. So I am really excited for that book, and that's why it's my number 1 anticipated book. Now let's start talking a little bit about some information we did learn from the preview book that I caught that I thought was interesting. One of the things was the 5 mysteries that we're going to find out in the DC Rebirth book. And what they mention is that we're going to have a mysterious death, 3 characters reintroduced, the revelation of why the DCU is why it is the way it is, yes. And then Batman has a mysterious or a mystery to solve about his villain. I'm guessing it's the Joker, just because of what they announced from Justice League. And why did DC kind of lose its culture, I would say, in the New 52. So we're going to learn a little bit more about all of that. So it says the secret is exposed about the nature of the DC Universe and why it lost what it lost. So they actually have all those 5 little tidbits on the bottom there, which I thought were really cool. It gives some really good teases as we head to DC Rebirth. So other things that I learned, which I really liked, is even though I'm probably not going to read Batman Beyond, I thought it was interesting as someone who read Future's End that Tim Drake is still going to be in the series. So I know it's very divided of like, oh, people who like Tim Drake as Batman Beyond, and then people who like Terry McGinnis as Batman Beyond. But both of the characters are going to be in the series now, so I thought that was pretty cool. Another thing I don't think was previously announced before the preview book, we actually get a date of when Gotham Academy is returning, and that is going to be September, actually. And I read Gotham Academy on and off. I have my good friend Jay. He loves Gotham Academy. And it looks like Carl Kerschel is going to be returning to the book, too. I know he left for a little while for art, and because it says here that he's going to be on the series again. So I'm guessing it's going to be for artwork, which I'm really excited for. I like his style. And then one of the biggest things is actually learning more about Superwoman, because that was kind of one of the mysteries leaving WonderCon of like, who is Superwoman? And at first I thought it was going to be Lucy Lane, because I love the Sterling Gates run, and Lucy was Superwoman in that series. And also you have all these fighter jets, so I thought whoever this person is has to be in the military. Or it could have been Linda Danvers, because we haven't seen her in a very long time, since like early 2000s, 1990s. But it looks like it's Lois Lane. We don't really know from what universe Lois Lane is from, but it seems like whatever's going on, these powers are kind of killing her. So we'll see how that goes and where that story takes her. But I am really excited for that book. I'm curious to see which Lois this is going to be. Maybe it's the New 52 Lois, now that the pre-New 52 Lois is going to be in the Superman books with the pre-New 52 Superman. So I would be interested if it was the New 52 Lois, or it could be a completely different Lois Lane. All I know is that I love Lois Lane's story as Red Tornado in Earth 2, so I'm curious to see her as this Superwoman and how she's going to interact with the other super people. Talking about superhero or Superman characters, Kara, we have the new Supergirl book, and she's going to be a high school student, so I thought that was interesting. It's, you know, there's National City, you have Cat Grant and stuff like that in the book, but it's not going to be a lot like the TV show, and I think one of the biggest differences is this high school environment. I wonder how much they're going to use it. I thought that was an interesting thing, too. So the last interesting note that, I mean, there's a lot of interesting notes, but last one I want to mention was about the Deathstroke series. We actually get the cast members who's going to be in the series, and one character I didn't really expect to kind of roll into this book is Rose Wilson, and really just the whole Wilson children here. And I think that's one of the most interesting aspects of Deathstroke is his family, and how screwed up they are also. So I'm really excited to kind of see this Family Matters type story, hopefully. It seems like they're going to be supporting characters, and the artwork looks really great too for what they're previewing there. So very excited for Deathstroke. So those are some interesting tidbits I saw in the preview book, and totally recommend you buy it if you're excited, or not buy it, but get it if you're excited for DC Rebirth, because there's a lot of interesting information here that you could speculate about until we get to DC Rebirth in May/June, and start reading these titles, which again I'm really excited about. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you DC Comics again for sending me the preview book. Really enjoyed it, and enjoyed kind of coming up with my own theories of what's going to happen. And let me know in the comments below what you think you're going to see with DC Rebirth after reading the previews book, or what you're excited about. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic You Know. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.